that might be why he texted, I'm trying, because I don't know if he's having a problem.
I'll Preston to figure out how to use the computer.
Hey, Kim, when you were teaching your class, did you have your co-owners, were they there with you in the class?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Did you see that with the dogs?
I saw the dog. Uh-huh. I went and did that class.
Yeah, they were there practicing.
I'm like, what am I talking about? Like, touch.
I don't normally do your Sunday ones on Facebook, but I needed a pick-me-up.
Oh, good. Oh,
And that was a good one.
Birthing the snowman. We're not yet.
Scott came over and saw my house. Did he tell you that?
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Scott.
No, he didn't tell me.
Scott
Oh, I bet he just loved it.
Because he has a house in Torrey, so he came over and we had a beaver on the deck. It was awesome.
Sweet.
Oh, that's so nice.
That was like last week.
Yeah, he was there all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You would know, Wendy.
Well, I'd know when kind of.
Hey, Amy.
Shy boy.
Oh.
One more song.
Okay, let's see. Where's Crime Diggity? And where is, who else? Who else we looking for? Who else we waiting for? Oh, Crime Dog might be a little late.
What about Preston?
Preston, I'm trying to get in. P. Diddy.
Oh, and Zoe's gonna sing, I think.
She is. Yes. Am I teaching first or you, Kim?
Oh, I was gonna ask you. I don't know.
I don't know either. What do you prefer?
I don't care. What do you want to do? You want to teach first?
I'll teach first, and you teach your story. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys need a playlist, peeps?
I have one.
You have? Anyone need a playlist? Anyone?
I know he likes to use them, but we can use a previous one.
Yeah, use a previous one just because that's what I'll send anyways, because I didn't make a new one. I apologize. Oh God.
Bring your own playlist.
It's a BYOP.
Where's Preston?
Oh my gosh, I wasn't using all caps.
Gosh, dog. Rookie.
He does make you work for it.
I know. I just typed yoga and I was like, who the hell does it all in all caps?
Katie.
Katie
This
does.
is lower case. I guess that's better. Hell if I know. All right.
I'm just teasing. It's user error on my part.
We're just glad you're here, P. Dids.
Oh my gosh.
Preston, we miss you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah.
Preston, you have what is it called? A Doppler when you have like a twin walking around? You've got what? I saw him golfing and he was walking by himself and I thought it seems like Preston always has a buddy. I guess he's walking. I guess he's playing golf by himself today. And this person was just, and then you talked about golfing that day. And
that's funny.
but
Yeah,
it wasn't the same golf course.
yeah, I golf by myself mostly. I just go golf and then go on single, and then they always hook you up with people, and it's fun. You meet a bunch of different people and stuff. So I mean, that part's kind of fun. But yeah, it's wild to be golfing in January. I tried to go golf.
Weird.
And then I had a meeting up in Park City, but then I drove up there and I was like, well, I should have gone skiing this morning instead. Not much snow though, but oh well.
No, my friend just tore her ACL on the mountains yesterday.
No.
She said it's like an ice rink.
Oh. Yeah. It can be if you don't go up early when they have it groomed.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. One of my employees, Kim knows her. She little old Kim Sorrento. Yeah, she tore hers on Sunday.
Oh.
So she's going on operation end of next week.
Oh,
So,
I'm
or,
sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Didn't
Katie, Ruby looks so tiny.
Oh, me?
I'm not done. I need to shave her bum, but she wouldn't have any more. And now
She looks
she's
like a
laying in the
different
bed.
dog.
I had to go get her and get her to love me again.
Just so you could shave her more, trick her.
Yeah, it's so sad. But better than going to the groomer. And I'll wait until later. But she does. She looks so much better when I shave her. She looks so cute.
Looks like a tiny, tiny potato baby.
I know.
Baby, baby.
Potato baby. All right, should we do the thing or should we wait? Oh, Keisha joined. Yay.
Hi, Keisha. Hi, Keisha.
Should we go?
Preston, you got to see the Tiger Woods movie, the 1 and 2.
Okay. Is that on HBO?
Yeah, you got to see it.
Yeah, I saw them advertising it. So
I'll watch that too.
It's good.
Freddy's?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. So I got core and Kim's got restore. I'm gonna mute you guys. And then feel free to use your music or do whatever you want in your own space. And if you want to leave your videos on, awesome. If you want to turn them off, that's fine too. We'll just go ahead and get started. So come to your mats, find a comfortable seat. So you can take a moment, maybe just take some afternoon, early evening stretches, kind of get any little wiggles out, roll your head around, roll your shoulders around. And then as you're ready, just settle into stillness. So eventually just find length through your spine, length through the back of your neck, soften through your face, relax through your shoulders. You can rest your hands in your lap, bring your hands to your heart, or even one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. With your eyes closed, just take a moment to feel into the here and now. So wherever you are at, just feel into it, the space you are in. The energy that is around you, the energy that surrounds this day. And then notice how you feel inside. So anything that you may have brought with you to class physically, energetically, and emotionally. So you're not trying to change anything or control anything. You're just simply noticing everything as it is. And then start to bring more awareness to your breath. So begin to feel the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction of each inhale, each exhale. And then we will take 3 great big deep breaths together to kind of drop into our bodies and drop into our practice. So next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. When you think you are full, see if you can even sip in just a little bit more. And exhale, big open mouth sigh, let it go. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up, hold at the top. And as you hold your breath, see if you can just soften and relax around it. So think of relaxing through your outer body, through your outer shell. And then when you're ready, open mouth sigh, release. Do that 1 more time. So biggest breath you've taken all day long, maybe all week long, maybe all 2021 long. So Drink it all in, hold in that fullness, feel this prana, this life force inside of you. And then when you're ready, just big exhale, let it go. Ah. Seal your lips gently now and begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose with a gentle constriction in the back of your throat. And take a moment here, just connecting and finding your own internal rhythm. So feel your inhales travel all the way down into your low belly, your low back. Take every single exhale all the way to the very bottom, all the way to emptiness. So give yourself as much time as you would like, just simply sitting, breathing, and observing. When you feel ready to add some movement to it, you can start moving from your seat if you want to, maybe moving through your upper body, circling your torso, or seated cat-cows, anything that calls to you. But eventually we're going to come forward onto our hands and our knees. So absolutely no rush, but in your own time and maybe even in your own way, transition into a tabletop position. And then once you're in your tabletop, explore from there. Okay, baby. So maybe cat-cows, maybe hip circles. Perhaps you want to sit back into a child's pose and just kind of rest there, relax there for a moment, feel the ground underneath you. You can come all the way forward towards cobra, up dog, scorpion cobra. So your own intuitive and unstructured movement go inward. So I like to close my eyes. It allows me to get out of my mind, stop thinking so much about how I look. So focus more on how you feel, on what your body is experiencing. Notice the tight places, stiff places, and then notice what feels good, what feels strong, what feels open. And as you're moving, just cultivate even more awareness of how your body moves, maybe even noticing imbalances you might have. Notice hypermobility that you might have. Notice stuck energy that might be there. And then let's say in your next 3 to 5 rounds, so again, no rush, but eventually we'll take it all the way back to downward facing dog. So you can find your way into our first down dog of practice whenever you are ready. Good job, you guys. And then once you're back in down dog, take a few breaths to explore from there. So maybe it feels really nice to keep a big bend in your knees. Maybe it feels good to pedal out your heels. If you want, just kind of let go of alignment for a moment and simply explore. So maybe even round your spine and lift your hips really high, push the ground away. So no right or wrong, just for a second, do whatever you want to do from the position of down dog. So almost like you're doing a little dance on your yoga mat in your down dog. You can lift one leg up. You can come forward to plank, press back to down dog a couple times. And then eventually just find that strong and sturdy position of Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathe into it, feel into it. Find more awareness there. Let's take a couple more rounds in our down dog. Really push down with your hands, lift from your center, from your belly button. Really lengthen through your spine and your side bodies. Last big in-breath. And then exhale, gaze to the top of your mat. However you'd like to get there, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold.
Pause here for a moment once you've arrived. So anywhere you want to take this fold, maybe a rag doll, maybe hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Might feel nice to keep your hands on the ground and crawl your hands over to one side and then the other. So your expression of a forward fold, and just take a moment to really experience how your body feels inside this fold tonight. Breathe into your back body, breathe down to the backs of your legs. Notice where you're holding the weight in your feet and make sure you're not rocking back into your heels and locking out your knees. Take one more great big breath. Next time you inhale, find your halfway lift. So spinal extension, get all the rounding out of your back. Think of broadening through your sit bones and pressing the tops of your thighs back. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Do that just one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. So top of your head reaches forward, back of your neck is long, back muscles hug your spine. Exhale, fold. And then press into your feet, lead with your heart. Unhinge at your hips, come all the way up to a stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up, maybe take your gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Move with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana, fold in. Now press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise up. Inhale, stretch tall. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's do one more half sun salutation, just like that. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, heart leads all the way down, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, refold. Press into your feet, engage your core, take it all the way back up. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then exhale, sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. So weight in your heels, and then everybody bring your arms to a cactus position, goalpost position. Think of pressing your arms back and your chest forward, and then notice what happened to your belly. Draw your belly button back towards your spine, so find an engagement through your core. Now you can choose to stay here, or just for fun, see if you can lift up to your tiptoes. So much fun, I know. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. So think hips towards your heels. If you're able to, you can take your hips all the way down to your heels. Take one more breath wherever you're at. Stay on your tiptoes if you can. Next, inhale, high mountain. So all the way up as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes. Exhale, slow dive down. So use your core to help you balance. Think of moving from your center. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. All right, pause in your plank, root into your right hand, roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. So we're getting right into it, side plank, Vashisthasana. If you want to modify, you can bring your right knee down, no big deal. Otherwise, right knee is lifted and hips are lifted super high. Reach your left arm forward, lengthen through your left side body. Maybe float your left leg up. Take 2 more breaths wherever you're at, your fullest expression. Press down through your right foot, lift your hips higher, breathe bigger. One more inhale, and then exhale, plank position. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up, exhale, lower just halfway down, strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, press back up. One more time like that, exhale, halfway down. Don't let your hips drop, don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press up, and then exhale, slow as you can go all the way to your belly, one strong straight line. Spider-Man Cobra, so bring your hands out wide, lift to your fingertips, elbows face the sky, and then chest lifts up, breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right and dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center, lift your heart, tone your low belly. Exhale, twist to the left, dip your right shoulder down.
Go one more time in each direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, other side. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze forward. Exhale, release, lower down. Press up just to hands and knees. So hands frame your mid ribs, press up to your tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, spread your fingers wide, knees under hips. Think of pushing the ground away from you with your hands so you feel your arms and your shoulders get strong. Now draw your belly button in and up so it's not just dropping towards the ground. Back of your neck is long, gaze down. Take your right arm forward and your left leg back, spinal balance. So as you reach, rather than thinking of arching your spine and creating a smiley face shape from your fingertips back to your toes, think of just one strong, straight, powerful line of energy. Reach as far as you can like you're being pulled into opposite directions. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. So slowly with control, curl in, hollow out. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen. Exhale again, elbow to knee. Like you're moving through wet cement. So resist, get more out of it. Inhale, re-extend, spread your fingers, push with your back foot. Last one, exhale, elbow to knee. Empty all the way out, draw navel to spine. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, set your right hand down, pivot on your right knee. So right foot comes off the side of your mat, left arm to the sky, modified side plank. So squeeze your outer right glute and press your hips forward towards the left side of your mat. And then reach your left arm towards the top of your mat. So lengthen through your left side body. Reach through your fingertips. Either press with your back foot or reach through your toes. Take one more big inhale here. You can stay here or bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Kick foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot and see if you can start to rotate so your heart looks up at the sky, back muscles squeeze around your spine. Keep a little tone in your low abdominals. Take 2 more deep breaths. End of your exhalation, slowly release, unwind. So come back to hands and knees. And then we're gonna come down to our forearms and set up for a dolphin pose. So forearms to the ground. This is for Tanya and Andrea because I know they love dolphins so much. All right, so elbows no wider than your shoulders. Forearms face down, fingers spread wide. Press through your thumbs and your index finger especially. If you want to, you can modify by interlacing your fingers. Relax your neck, let your head hang, and then curl your toes under, lift your knees, lift your hips, dolphin. So lift, lift, lift from your center like there's a rope attached to your belly button, pulling up towards the ceiling. Stay in your regular dolphin, breathe there, or I'll give you an option. So if you want to come with me, walk your feet out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. Maybe walk your toes a little bit closer towards your elbows. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Now, see if you can lift your left arm and reach your left hand back to grab the outside of your left ankle. So left hand to left ankle. Keep pressing down with your right forearm. Keep lifting from your center. Maybe extend your right leg to the sky. Press up with your right foot. Breathe wherever you're at. Take 2 more of the biggest, deepest breaths you possibly can. Soften your face. Soften your outer shell. 1 more big inhale. Exhale. Bring everything back down. Sit back into a child's pose. So hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. It might feel nice to reach your hands back to grab your heels or just reach towards your heels, palms face up. Take some deep breaths into your low back. Let your shoulders be soft. Let your face be soft. Reconnect to this moment. Recommit to your strong deep breaths. And then as you're ready, we will meet back in downward facing dog. So take your time, just next couple rounds or so.
You can transition however you want to. So back in your down dog, find your deep, spacious ujjayi breaths. Next time you inhale, three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. So press up through your right foot and do this time today whatever you want. So you can keep your right leg straight and strong. Maybe it feels nice to open your right hip, bend your right knee. Maybe you even want to take a few circles with your right knee through space, kind of working the mobility through your hip. So your expression of your three-legged dog, wherever you want to go with it. Or maybe you just stay still and simply follow the movement of your breath. Stay lifted through your center. Stay long through your spine. Next time you inhale, reach your right leg as high as you can. Everybody, spread your toes. Exhale, right knee to left elbow or as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog, take it back up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or maybe even higher, so as high as you can get on your arm. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. And then last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, softly step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat. So you're in a low lunge position, front knee over front ankle. Before you rise up to crescent, just kind of hover your rib cage above your right thigh and reach your arms back behind you. Find a little baby cobra in your chest. So this is what I call airplane lunge. Diagonal line from the top of your head back to your left heel. And then back muscles are squeezing around your spine. Chest is just ever so slightly lifted so you're not rounding through your back at all. Take one more full round of breath here. As you inhale, see if you can reach your arms back behind you as you lift your torso. And then take your arms to the sky. So just coming up in a little bit of a different way. See how it feels. Once you're in your crescent lunge, settle in. Find stability through your legs. Find your breath. Let's take one more inhale in our crescent lunge. And then exhale, turbo twist to the right. So bend your back knee, hover it above the ground. Left arm forward, right arm back. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Twist from your center, broaden through the fronts of your shoulders. If you want a big challenge, see if you can gaze back, look at your right fingertips. If you want an even bigger challenge, see if you can kiss the ground with your back knee, just very, very gently. Take one more full breath. Inhale, come back to crescent lunge, arms reach up. And then exhale, back to our airplane lunge. So hinge forward, reach back. This time we're gonna take it into full airplane. So root into your front foot, float your back leg up. Think of a smiley face shape now from the top of your head back to your toes. Keep your hips square, back muscles squeeze around your spine, chest slightly lifted. So give it everything you've got, find your fullest expression. Take one more great big huge breath. See if you can stay balanced on your right foot, standing staff. Woo, so all the way up, left knee lifts, arms to the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs, flex your left toes. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, curtsy squat. So you're gonna swing your left leg all the way around behind you. Step your left toes off the right side of your mat, and then hands to heart, bend your knees, sit low. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. So you want your hips as square as possible. And just take little baby pulses up and down. So just about 2 or 3 inches of movement. If you find yourself leaning forward and looking down, see if you can lift your chest, lengthen your spine, tone your low belly. Get as low as you can and hold there. Take one more round. Inhale, high mountain. So both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend. Open your heart. Inhale, re-extend your arms. And exhale, slow dive. Take it all the way down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause here. Left hand is your base this time. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Right arm to the sky, Vashisthasana. If you want to bring your left knee down, feel free. That's your modification. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, then hips are lifted super, super high. Take your right arm forward. So think of reaching past the top edge of your mat. Maybe float your right leg up. If you float your right leg up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. Take a couple more breaths. Fullest expression, give it everything you've got. Soften your face. One more inhale. Exhale, plank position. Come to your knees to modify. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up. So those 2 push-ups, one more time. Exhale, halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, press up. And then think slow motion all the way down. All right, we've got Spider-Man Cobra again. So hands come out wide. Your fingertips are down like there's little tiny cupcakes underneath your hands. Elbows face the sky, lift your chest. Now listen, this time, you're gonna keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee, press into your right fingertips, roll onto the outside of your left hip. So think of a scorpion tail with your right leg. Reach your right tiptoes towards the ground behind you, and then kind of dip your left shoulder down. Feel the stretch there. If you want to take it deeper, reach your right toes up towards your left hand a little bit more. Take one more great big breath. End of your exhale, unwind and switch sides. So right leg straight, left knee bends, press into your left fingertips, roll onto the outside of your right hip. Dip your right shoulder down slightly. Maybe reach your left toes up towards your right hand. Breathe. Nice work. End of your next exhale. Come back to center and release. We'll meet up in tabletop position. So hands frame mid-ribs. Press up to all fours. So take a moment. Make sure your fingers are spreading wide so you're not just sinking into your wrist joints. I even like to think of gripping the ground with the pads of my fingertips. Draw your belly button in and up, lengthen through the back of your neck. Push the ground away with your hands so you feel strength in your arms and shoulders. Now from here, left arm forward, right leg back this time. So think of a long, strong line of energy from fingertips back to your heel. Hips are square, belly button is already pulling in and up, spine is long. One more big inhale, see if you can reach a little further. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow motion movement, curl in, hollow out. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, elbow to knee. Round your spine, hollow out your belly, chin to chest. Inhale, re-extend. And then this is your last one. Exhale, elbow to knee. Empty all the way out. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, set just your left hand down. Pivot on your left knee. So left foot to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand, right arm to the sky. So open it up, modified side plank. Squeeze your outer left glute, press your hips gently forward, and then maybe reach your right arm towards the top of your mat. Right leg is extending back. So how much length can you find from your right fingertips back to your right toes? Really stretch and lengthen, breathe into it. Take one more big inhale. Stay here if you want, or exhale, bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, turn your heart to look up. So take your gaze up, see if your heart will follow. Take 2 more rounds wherever you're at. Nice work, my friends. End of your next exhalation, slowly release, unwind, come back to hands and knees. And then we've got one more super fun dolphin pose. So come down to your forearms. If it's helpful, grab opposite elbows, forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide. If you want less intensity, you can interlace. All right, before you lift up, relax your neck, press down through your forearms and hug in through your upper arms. So like there's an invisible strap around your upper arms and it's cinching in. Now, tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, dolphin.
So stay in your regular dolphin, explore in your own way if you want to, or option to come with me. Walk your feet out wide, width of your mat. Maybe walk your toes forward just a little bit, but keep the length in your spine. This time, take your right hand back to grab the outside of your right ankle. So right hand, right ankle. Press down through the belly of your left forearm, lift through your center. Slowly, see if you can take your left leg to the sky. The key is hugging towards midline, that connection to your center, your core strength, use it. Take 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Try not to touch your head to the ground. So if that's happening, engage more through your shoulders or your shoulder, your left shoulder. Take 1 more big inhale. See if you can take your left leg a little higher. Exhale, left foot down. And then let's take a moment to rest. Child's pose, embryo pose, or even hero's pose, just a seated meditation, kneeling position. So take a moment to just kind of recalibrate, to come back to your breath, to notice what's running through your body, that energy, that prana. See if you can slow your breath down, maybe smooth it out a little bit. And then as you're ready, next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. Okie dokie, from your down dog, inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. And then take a moment anywhere you want to go. So maybe you just hold with your left leg extended, left leg really strong and powerful. Maybe you want to open your left hip, bend your knee. Maybe you want to take some circles with your left knee, ankle. So any exploration that calls to you. Make sure your breath stays with you. And then everybody, just extend your left leg as high as you can. Make it as straight and strong and powerful as possible. 1 more inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, as close as you can come. Inhale, 3-legged dog, take it back up. Exhale, left to left, so as high as you can get on your left arm. Inhale, back up. And then last one, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly ever so softly. Step your left foot forward. So you're in your low lunge position. We're going to rise first just to our airplane lunge. So kind of hover your ribs above your left thigh. Reach your arms back. And then find that little baby cobra through your chest. Squeeze your back muscles around your spine. So right here, notice if your left hip is shooting out to the left. Think of squeezing in with your inner thighs and drawing your belly button in and up. Take 1 more round. And then see if you can reach your arms back as you lift your torso up. Then arms to the sky. So back and up with your arms. Just coming into it a little bit differently. So getting out of our habits or our patterns. Let it feel weird. Let it feel uncomfortable and just take it in, just observe that. So find stability through your legs, tone through your belly, square off your hips. Take 1 more inhale into your crescent lunge, maybe a little gaze up. Exhale, turbo twist to the left. So bend your back knee, right arm forward, left arm back. So squeeze your inner thighs. Think of pulling your left hip back and your back thigh forward. Maybe gaze back over your left fingertips, possibly tap your back knee just very gently to the ground. Take 1 more round. Twist with your exhale. Inhale, come back to crescent lunge. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, airplane lunge. So you've been here before. This time we're taking it into our full airplane. So as you're ready, root into your left foot. Back leg floats up, fly. Keep that little baby cobra in your chest. Hips square. Use the strength in your inner thighs to get your back heel level with your front shoulders. Fullest expression you can find. 1 more round. Try to stay balanced on your left foot. Standing staff pose, top of your mat. So arms reach up, right knee lifts. Flex your toes. Hug in with your inner thighs, draw in through your low abdominals. Take one more in-breath. And then exhale, curtsy squat. So swing your right leg all the way around behind you. Step your right toes off the left side of your mat. Hands to your heart, sit low, bend your knees. Hips square as you can get them. So left hip back, right hip forward, squeeze your inner thighs. Take your little pulses up and down. Just 2 or 3 inches of movement. You guys can hear my roommate's dog barking upstairs. I'm sorry. All right, get as low as you can. Take one more deep breath. It's part of my yoga practice, part of my observation. Inhale, come back to a high mountain. So both feet on your mat, arms reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift and open through your heart, baby back bend. Inhale, arms re-extend, spine realigns. And exhale, slow dive, take it down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, punch your hands, step back to plank. This is our last little power push. So pause in your plank, roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, Vashisthasana side plank, you've been here before. This time, option to turn it into a wild thing. So step your left hip toes behind you and then see if you can rotate your heart to look up. Reach your left arm forward, press your hips up, back muscles hug around your spine, really let your heart open. Take one more full round. End of your exhale, come through plank position and go straight to the other side. So roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. Right tiptoe step back behind you. Right arm reaches forward, open your heart. Hips press up. Low abdominals are gently toned. Back muscles hug your spine and support. Take one more breath, fullest expression. Come back to plank or modified plank. Now lower to your forearms, forearm plank. So elbows under your shoulders, forearms parallel. We're gonna stay here for about 5 rounds. If you want less, knees to the ground. If you want more, keep your hips level with your shoulders, but bend your knees so your knees and your shins hover. And then think of pulling your elbows back and your toes forward. Draw your belly button in and up. Breathe into your back body. Slow, steady breaths. Soften your outer shell. 2 more rounds. Give it everything you've got. Keep pressing down through the belly of your forearms. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Don't let your hips drop. End of your next exhale. Everybody bring your knees down. Untuck your toes. Let your belly come to the ground. Sphinx pose. So lift your heart up. Crawl your hands forward so your elbows are just slightly in front of your shoulders. And then this is called easy low cobra. So press down through your hands and pull back. And as you pull back, see if you can lift your elbows just about an inch away from the ground. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Now, as you pull back with your hands, reach your tailbone down towards your heels. So you get a little tone through your low belly. You can lengthen your lower spine. I like to draw my chin towards my chest and lengthen the back of my neck. Keep pulling back with your hands, lifting your elbows, squeezing your upper arms in. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, reach your elbows out to the right and left and slowly think of tractioning out your spine as you lower down. And then just rest with your head to either side. Maybe bend your knees, windshield wiper your shins. Breathe into your low back. In your next few breaths, just find your way into a child's pose. If it feels good, maybe you take a couple cat-cows to get there. Maybe you move through a vinyasa, just kind of resetting. But eventually sit back into your child's pose. And I will pass the baton to Kimberly. Thank you so much, you guys. Good work.
several more breaths here in your child's pose. Just allowing your body to release a little bit more to the earth. If it is helpful to take your knees a little bit wider here, or send a couple of sighs out the mouth to release and relax the jaw, you can go ahead and do that. So let's give this about 5 more deep breaths in whatever version of child's pose you're in. Really aware of the ground underneath you, this sense of solid earth and stability. And again, see if you can give more of your weight or effort to the ground. And there is no rush, but when you're ready to bring some movement back into the body, we're going to gently make our way back up to the hands and the knees. And the knees, if the knees were wide, they can come back in a little bit. And we're going to explore some hip circles here with the pelvis. So move your hips in a large, broad circle, going clockwise, and just exploring that full range of motion here. And if you feel a really nice stretch in your side body or your shoulder, and you want to just lean into that for a moment, please do. It doesn't matter how many rotations you do, it's just about your presence, your deliberate, mindful movement. And then wherever you are, pause and go the other direction. So let's move counterclockwise for a few rounds of breath. Good. And eventually, we're going to make our way back to the belly. And I'd like for you to take your legs a little bit wider and your arms in that goalpost position. We're going to move into an easy locust pose. Okay, so on your next in-breath, we're going to float the arms and the legs up just a little bit away from the floor. Exhale, lower back down. And do that 2 or 3 more times on your own. So inhale, lift, allow the arms and the legs to float up away from the floor. Exhale, back down. Not a ton of effort here, a little bit of core engagement. Inhale, float up. Just imagine you're a kite catching a little bit of air here in the sky. 1 more of these. Inhale, float. Arms and legs, just like a wave, away from the ground, and release. We're going to stretch the right arm straight out to the right for our shoulder pigeon. Place the left hand to the ground, the elbow pointing up, and just gently roll over to your right hip and right side. Now you could tuck your knees in and come into more of a fetal position, or point that left knee up toward the ceiling and open up through the front of that right shoulder and right arm. This feels funky to the shoulder. Bring your chest and your belly closer to the ground. And for those of you that might want a little bit more here, you could stretch that left arm up and open the chest, or maybe even reach for your left foot with your left hand coming into a half bow. But whatever you do here, don't tense up the neck or the jaw or the shoulders. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Good. And then ease your way back to your belly. And as you do that, we'll take the arms back into our cactus shaped goalpost position, the legs a little wider. We're going to come back to this easy locust pose. So on your in breath, with as much ease as you can, lift arms and legs up, just floating away from the ground. Exhale, release back down. Follow the wave of your breath. Inhale, float up. Exhale, release back to the floor. Good. A couple more of these. Inhale, float away. Exhale, back to the earth. One more here. Inhale, float. And exhale, back down. Good. Extending the left arm out to the left for your shoulder pigeon. Right hand to the floor. So you're going to press over to your left side body. Same thing, the right knee can point up, or you can come into a fetal position. Feeling into the front of that that left shoulder and the arm. Maybe the right arm reaches up and opens out wide. And again, you have the option of reaching for the right foot for your half bow. So don't force anything in the body that feels aggressive or harsh. Wearing the size that fits tonight for a few more breaths here on this side. Good, and then you're going to gently ease out of that and come back to your belly. And just take a few breaths here, belly down. You can even turn both palms down, feeling the ground underneath you. Good. On your next in-breath, let's gently make our way back up to the hands and knees. And then let's go ahead and make our way onto our backs. And so you can take your legs out in front of you and roll down onto your back. So you need to readjust yourself on your yoga mat. You can do that, hugging both knees in toward the chest. Good. So we just felt the front body on the ground on the earth, and now we're feeling the back body on the ground. So let's start here just by rocking side to side and massaging around the lower back, sacrum, tailbone area. If you've been going one direction, you can go the other way if you're doing a little circle. Okay. And then we're going to bring the sole of the left foot to the ground. Just ground it to the floor and stretch the right leg up toward the ceiling. Feeling into the right hamstrings, the foot, and the ankle. And just breathe here. You could even take your right leg a little bit side to side. If you happen to have a strap, you could place a strap around the sole of the foot. If you want a little more intensity, you can walk your hands up the leg and bow toward the leg, forehead toward the shin. So let's give this maybe 3 more breaths here. Good. And then bending the right leg, we're going to place the outer ankle over top the left leg for our figure 4. For now, keep that left foot on the ground. Place the right hand on your right thigh and press forward, like you're trying to push that right thigh bone, that right femur forward. Feel for a bit of space in that hip crease. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Whatever there is to be felt in and around your right hip joint. Now, certainly, if you want to take this a step further, you can pick up the left foot, reach your hands through and gently clasp around your left leg. And pulling this figure 4 shape a little bit closer to your chest. Just make sure you're not compromising the neck or the jaw or the shoulders or the lower spine. Really focusing and targeting around the right hip and this low back release. Several more breaths here, maybe a little movement if that feels good to your body. Good. Take another full breath here. And we're going to uncross the legs, reach up for the outer edges of your feet for a happy baby pose. This is a nice hip opener after our figure 4, opening both knees and hips out wide. The soles of the feet press up toward the sky. Try to lengthen your tailbone down toward the floor. Send your breath down into your pelvis, your hips, and your lower back. 2 more breaths here. Good. Release your feet and extend your left leg out long to the floor and pull your right knee in toward your chest. Move your right knee side to side or in a circle, starting to isolate this mobilization around the right hip joint. Good, you guys, couple more breaths here. Just feeling that range of motion through the right hip. And then we're going to take the left hand to the right knee and stretch the right arm out to the right. Guide your right leg over to the left for your supine twist, this spinal twist. This is one option for your twist. You can always keep your knees together or even place a pillow beneath or in between your knees, a pillow or a bolster. So find a spinal twist variation that suits you. Feeling your breath moving along the spine from the tailbone out through the crown of the head, and perhaps focusing on that cleansing and releasing quality of the exhale. 5 more deep breaths here in your spinal twist, noticing what you can release, what you can let go of. And your last breath here, will you send that sigh out the mouth and just let it cleanse and let it go. Good. Bring the right knee back in and then pull the left knee in toward the chest. So you're back into this little fetal position on your back, hugging both knees in, rocking side to side. Good, and then place your right foot to the ground with the knee pointing up and stretch your left leg straight up toward the sky. The leg does not have to be all the way straight, it can be a little bit bent. Feeling into the left leg, the left hamstring. So again, you have those same options of bringing a little bit of movement into the left leg, side to side. If you happen to have a strap, you could take a strap around the sole of that left foot. And again, if you want a little more intensity, you could walk your leg, your hands up your leg, bowing toward your shin. Good, a couple more breaths here. We're going to bend the left leg, bring your outer left ankle over top your right leg, figure 4. Keep the right foot on the ground for now. Left hand to left thigh, press forward, like you're trying to push that left thigh bone away from you. Opening up that crease of your left hip and maybe a little bit of gentle movement side to side. Good, and you always have that option of picking up the right foot, pulling both legs closer to you. You can interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Good, make sure you're not stressing any other parts of the body or compromising the neck or the shoulders. If you happen to be next to a wall or a couch, you could always place that right foot up on the wall for support. Just feel your left hip here. I like to bring a little bit of movement into this posture, a little gentle rocking side to side if that suits you. Send your breath down into your left hip. Let's take about 5 more deep breaths here. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and uncross the legs and grab a hold of the feet for happy baby pose. So again, soles of the feet face up, knees pull wide and down. Try to neutralize the spine. So instead of letting the spine come into flexion, let's try to pull sacrum and tailbone down. For me, that really changes the stretch, the opening of the hips. Relax your jaw, relax your face. 2 more breaths here. Good. Now release the feet, send your right leg out long to the floor and hug your left knee in toward the chest. And I'd like for you to move your left knee side to side or in a circle. Just exploring that range of motion and mobility in your left hip. And see if you can stay really focused and tuned into sensation in the body. Good. Right hand will come to the left knee. Left arm can stretch out to the left, and you'll guide your left leg over for your spinal twist. Good. This cleansing and releasing breath here. Not a lot of effort in the body. And see if with each and every breath you can let go of a little bit more. What may not be serving you, and what may be taking up some space. Your last couple breaths here. Feel free to send a sigh or 2 out your mouth. And hug your left knee back in toward the chest. And stretch your left leg out to the floor. Let's reach the arms up and back alongside your ears and get a huge stretch from top to bottom in the body. And you can bring your arms back down along your sides. If there is any last movement or shifting or any finishing pose you want to work into, you can do that and then let your body settle into our final relaxation or corpse pose. We've got some special guests all the way from Kauai, so settle in and enjoy. to find good work, no matter the path we have chosen, means coming out of hiding. Good work means visibility. It is all very well having a dream, but the moment we put the dream to hazard, we have the possibility of failing. How many times have we kept a hope or a dream in abeyance because the possibilities of failure were too much to contemplate? If we failed at that central precious thing, then who would we be? Could there be anyone left at all? Far better to choose something smaller or some logistical task we don't mind getting wrong, something where we could recover from, and something where we are, in effect, really invisible to ourselves and to the world. Better to choose a world where things don't matter. Better not to appear fully on life's radar screen. But making ourselves visible arranges for a different kind of disappearance into the work, the task, the audience, the life that opens up, where the fearful one who first dreamt is burned away by anticipation and a living contact with a future we might want to call our own. Making ourselves visible enables us firstly to be found and then invited in by the world we desire. That's David Whyte, Crossing the Unknown Sea. You begin to expand your breath and to begin to move the body as you are ready. There's no rush. If you feel like you need longer in Shavasana, please feel free to stay where you are. If you feel ready to make your way to your side and then come back up to your seat, you can join me here. And on your next in-breath, let's extend the arms all the way up, reaching up tall. And exhale the hands together at the heart. And today has been a beautiful day of new beginnings and new chapters. And I think this is an invitation to all of us to become more visible, to appear more fully on life's radar screen, to speak our truth, to walk our path, to live authentically. And let's finish our practice together with one round of Om. Take a full breath in. Beautiful practice, everyone. On behalf of myself and Katie, namaste. And thank you.
Zoe.
Thanks, guys.
Who was with you?
So that was my grandpa and my cousin Fisher.
Cousin. Okay, he was new, so I was wondering.
My cousin plays the ukulele bass. which
Oh.
is so cool. It's like the size of a ukulele, but it plays like a bass. It's crazy, and it sounds like an upright bass. Like it's weird, but it's so cool.
That is very cool.
Getting good at it. He's only been playing for a while, and he's pretty good. So
It's very
Fine.
good.
got a whole band basically
You do. I love it.
living in the house. So
Are you back from Hawaii for good now?
I am in Hawaii still.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are in. Okay.
I'm still there, and I
Still there.
might be forever. We'll see. Who knows?
You know what? You should just stay there.
I mean, worse things have happened.
Yes.
We should have a Thailand reunion in Kauai, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's what we gotta do.
Yes,
Thailand reunion
Those-
retreat.
Even those that we've adopted into our Thailand.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful. Spread the love.
I love you guys so much.
Katie, you're muted. I hear you trying. I see you trying to speak.
Have I been muted this whole time? I'm just like talking to myself. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Oh,
we were
that's
yelling
why
at you.
I was talking too, so you're not alone. I forgot when I said then it mutes us. So anyways, that's funny.
Zoe, that song was amazing. What was it?
So that's Oakwood by Angus and Julia Stone.
Oh, you said that. Okay. Oh my God, that was amazing.
It's one of my faves, but we like started learning that like last week. It's a very new one. And it's also, I was a little nervous to sing it, and that's not a song to sing when you're nervous because it's hard
a lot.
to sing.
Like you can't
Lots of
stop.
breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
But that was
very
one of my favorites
favorite.
you've ever done. That was
Oh,
one of my favorite ones.
woo.
I loved
You
it.
did not seem nervous at all.
Oh, well, good.
No.
So
Thank
good.
you.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
It was just
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's a great song. You should listen to it.
What's
And
the
Kim,
name? What's the name of it again?
Really
Oakwood.
But
Oakwood. OAKWOOD.
Dane, Prime Dog, and Nils, thanks for joining.
I had to kick out Barbarian Sheila Steiner off my front deck so I could
my
come
God.
in.
The Barbarian. She
No,
was
actually,
the Barbarian.
I know. We walked, but they didn't.
Hi, all.
Nils,
you.
background.
Good to see you guys. Yeah, that's what happens when you go from work to yoga in like
I love it. I
seconds.
love it.
That's how I was. I came in last minute.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so glad you made it though.
a quick transition. Yeah, it worked out.
Anyone can sneak in anytime. Let's do a
Yay.
retreat at Kim's place soon.
Yeah, in Teasdale. Guess
Yeah,
what?
so,
The place in Teasdale sleeps like 10. So
Wow.
we can like, I'm hoping to do that soon. So we'll figure it out.
Guess what? I got vaccinated today. One benefit of being fucking 70.
oh my God. I thought you were gonna show us a tattoo. But
It's
the
my
vaccine is
tattoo.
awesome too. Vaccine is awesome. Vaccine is awesome. But you would look good with a tattoo. Maybe on our next retreat, I can talk you into it.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Hey,
Anything is possible.
retreat. That sounds so good.
Remember Trudy? Remember Trudy got a mermaid and an ohm sign?
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Grandma Trudy. Miss her.
Where's Trudes?
He disappeared.
She's still walking over from her room. But she's waiting for the taxi still to go. Oh my God. Trudes is classic.
Oh man.
All right.
The coolest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was amazing. Kim, I used your playlist that you put for last week when I was gone.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, good. I'm fine.
So thank you.
So, Kim, I wanted to tell you, I thought of you the other night because I watched an amazing movie set in Ireland, Wild Mountain Thyme. Do you know this movie?
No.
Oh, it's so sweet. And so it's not sappy, but it's so special. The music, it's there's a song, Wild Mountain Thyme, is in parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Like thyme in the field, and it's
Okay.
it's a love story, but it's just charming.
Okay. I'm hoping Ireland will happen this year, but it's not looking very good.
Oh,
no.
yeah. Watch this movie ASAP.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I look forward to this every Wednesday. I love you all so much. It's such a treat. And Katie.
Yes. Thank
Love you guys so much. This is like one of my favorites, like every week. It makes me so happy. Mary and Niels, look, it's Mary too. Love you.
Yay! Hi.
Hi guys. I
Hi,
just came home
Mary.
from work. I missed everything, but I just got home from work, so I thought I'd say hi.
I'm so
Hi,
glad.
Mary.
This is like the weirdest sense of community that we have nowadays, but it makes me happy.
Me too.
It's like how we connect. We have to. So I'm happy when I see people.
Yeah.
Okay, love you. Love you
guys.
all.
Love you.
For being
It's such a special ending to such a special day.
Oh.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you guys.
President. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Love you.